All right, can you guys hear me? Checking. Check, check. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Yo, Rod, where you at? Hey, good evening, everybody. Looks like the match started. We got ShaftofPleasure versus Suprawhite. This is clearly for the number 8 spot. Initially, they were talking about who, obviously hold that spot. And I think Suprawhite initially got ranked higher. Shaft sort of, disagrees. So we're having a friendly matchup right here. Looks like it's 1 game apiece, so this round is going to be deciding on who's going to win the first game. One thing to know is Shaft is a very skillful player. He can play a lot of different characters. Suprawhite is a dedicated Ryu player, so this will be interesting. Looks like Shaft went with Zangief to kick it off. And from my experience playing with Supra, I feel that Supra is he's very durable. It takes a little time for him to kind of download and assess his opponent, and then he picks up. It looks like he takes the set 1. So great match. Folks are just warming up, and it looks like other folks are dialing in as well. I'm waiting for Mr. Rod Chan to join us on the stream. Let me see if I can forward the link to Rod.
Round 1, fight!
Suprawhite takes the first game of second set.
Round 2, fight!
All right. Looks like Suprawhite is really bringing this game to Shaft. He's not waiting around as a normal Ryu would be. He's attacking Shaft. He's putting him in an uncomfortable spot. But Shaft gets a nice SPD, and Shaft is trying to corner him right there. That's one of the advantages of Zangief. You want to put your opponent in the corner and then go for the kill. So he gets this round. So it's still 1-0. Suprawhite rules it.
Round 3, fight!
Wow, Suprawhite have no life left, and looks like it's 1-1. So great job to Mr. ShaftofPleasure.
Round 1, fight!
Can you hear me? Yo, Rod, can you hear me? All right, I can't hear you, so. All right, so it looks like it's 1-1 right now, and trying to get one of my buddy Rod Chan to dial in so he can talk about the fight. This is a very interesting matchup. So for the folks that are watching out there, understand one thing: it's never easy to fight Zangief with Shoto characters, right? Especially on Hyper, because Zangief has an amazing lariat spin where it can go through fireball, top and bottom, and that's what Shaft is doing right here to capitalize. But what Supra is doing is Supra's putting a lot of pressure on Shaft, and when I say pressure, it's very strategic pressure, right? If you can see, like, you know, he's playing pretty aggressive, but then he backs up a lot of time. So he just got him dizzy. He's gonna go for the kill. Oh, he got the kill right there.
You win. Round 3, fight.
Wow, this game is tight. This game is tight. You're talking about they're both going at it, and Suprawhite's in the corner. Gambles with the fireball. Nice sweep right there. And let's see if he gets a grab. He gets the grab. So Shaft takes 2-1. All right, looks like my buddy Rod is getting on. Can you hear me, buddy?
Yo, Chef, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Sorry, my mistakes, man. I forgot that using a Mac sucks with Discord. Give me a sec.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, here's the next question. I know this is gonna be on stream, so I apologize for the non-professionalism. But are you watching it on the YouTube channel versus it on Discord?
I'm watching it through my arcade screen.
Oh, you're watching through your arcade screen. Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Let me turn mine on real quick. I'll be right back.
Round 2.
This is an amazing matchup, right? You're talking about Shaft. Initially, Suprawhite kicks it out with a win, and then Shaft catches up, so it's 2-1 right now. Puts him in a corner, and looks like Shaft is putting a lot of pressure.
Sorry, just booting up my stuff here. What's up, everyone? What's going on? I'm finally here. I am so sorry for the delay, y'all, but I'm here, and I am trying not to be as boisterous. Give me a second while I pull up the screen.
Perfect. By the way, folks that are just tuning in right now, that's Mr. Ra-chan. Plays a pretty solid Ryu, hyper fighting Super Street Fighter Turbo player. I'm Natsukao, everybody knows me, Mr. Loudmouth, and so we're here today enjoying two top matches, and it's going to be a double header. So after this match, it's going to be Frank Dukes against Ken Mooster, which is under Storm Shadow, so that'll be a very interesting match too.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see if we're synced here. So it looks like Shaft got Ryu in the corner. Oh, and he got over the lariat. Now there was a cross up. Oh, and there's a spin, and he's dead. Does that sound about right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. All right, good. So I want to make sure. All right, so the count is 3-1 Shaft. Now, remember, y'all, Supra is a very heavy Shoto only player, so we're going to see only Ryu on the right side. So let's hopefully, you know, if I think if Shaft loses, he might switch, but it looks like so far he's doing pretty good.
Right. I always felt like it's pretty tough playing a good Zangief on Hyper, right? I think Zangief is a very powerful character, right? Mm-hmm. And one wrong move, you're pretty much going for the spin, and that's what Shaft is doing. He's capitalizing on that spin by jumping left and right, just throwing him off, and the momentum as well, you know.
Sure. And the thing is that the reversal window for that uppercut for the spin is so tight that it's really difficult to time it right, especially online, right? And so,
exactly.
Yeah, you know, I know me, I just mash the hell out of it to see if something comes out, and afterwards I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna, oh, there's Dizzy. Oh, good conversion. One thing I love about Supra is that he knows how to convert on Dizzy, like, no matter what. Because there's some people that will play, and you'll find it later on that when they get a Dizzy, they won't even expect it, and then they won't be able to capitalize off of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And Supra is an amazing, very durable player as well, right? For the few
Sure.
times I played him, even though if I get a lead, it's never easy, right? It's hard to put him away.
Oh no, yeah,
We
for
all know
sure.
that when you can get your runs and everything, but you gotta be able to close the show. And it's hard to close Supra. He comes back. He's one of the most durable, like bounce back play. Look, he just got a win right there,
That,
so it's like
yep.
3-2.
Yeah, that was really, really good of him. And that another thing about Super that I love is that again, his conversion, his execution is like very, very good. Like he's if you guys don't know, a lot of these combos that you're seeing, jump kick, down kick, fireball, whatever, usually are 2-hit combos. They're not 3-hit combos. And usually when a 3-hit combo comes out, that's an automatic dizzy, especially for
Yep.
Ryu. And so, for Super to be able to convert those is really, really good.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing Zangief back. That's the whole point, right?
Yep.
And the whole point of Zangief is to keep moving forward, right? If Zangief can put you in the corner, he can put a scare. You see that move that Super just did? That's a pretty risky move, but he did that for a reason. Because most Ryu player plays scared. Super plays pretty aggressive, pretty brave, which really throws Zangief out because it's got to be the other way around. From a mentality standpoint, it's really a chess judgment that he just made over there.
Absolutely, man. When that corner, when he did the throw, absolutely, 100%. It's the, he knows that he's not going for the spin at that point.
Yeah.
Come on, let's see. Good delineation of the clotheslines, right? Not many people use the kick clothesline. I feel like I mean they use the kick clothesline to blind your opponent to doing a spin. Or to blind the spin, but I don't really see it used in a defensive tactic like that. Good bait out of Shaft right there to try to bait the DP, but no punish after that.
Yep.
Oh, good combo. Oh, good date right there. Yep. So that's one thing that Supra does is he always goes for that DP. Even in Super Turbo, like when I put him in those throw loops with Balrog, like he'll try to DP himself out of there. And so I think if Shaft can get him to keep doing that, I think he has him trained at that point, is what I can call it.
Right. That's a beautiful grab right there.
Yep.
Personally, even though I use Zangief, I hate the matches with Zangief versus Ryu. I think that's a really tough match. Even I struggle with it. Never a fan of it. Absolutely. I mean, it's just scary playing Zangief. Couple of wrong moves, it grabs you.
You're talking about you playing Ryu versus Zangief. So like,
correct.
I see. Okay, yeah, dude, playing Shoto Geef play is really difficult. And again, I've played this match a million times with you when you were learning how to play Geef, and then when we were able to go, oh wow, look at this low loop here. Playing the match even while you were still learning was such a difficult time.
Yeah. Now that's one thing that inspired me to play Zangief, right? I think I've played enough Zangief where I hate that matchup, and I'm using Ryu. So after a while, I made a decision to say, you know what, why not learn that character if that character is that intimidating or such a bully? So that's how my Zangief character came into play. And shout outs to Shaft for teaching me how to play Zangief and inspiring me how to play Zangief. He's very knowledgeable with that character, especially on Super Turbo as well as the Hyper Fighting.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That jab short throw, that was so nice.
Yep.
Good combo. And that's the way to play it, man. Like Super's playing it right. He's spacing himself out and he's not doing any crazy moves, but you got him in the corner, well, that's it. So, but I think Super obviously has the right mentality in this game, which is space it out, tape yourself away from the corner, and make him guess, right? There you go.
Yep.
Ooh, see,
And Super, if you notice, he does this one move, right? Where it looks like he's about to like short throw you, short. He'll walk up and he'll DP you because you're going to try to reverse his grab, right? It's a pretty strategic move. I've definitely fell for it a couple of times, but it's a very nice move. There you go. So he's being very tricky right now. Looks like he's about to grab, but he sweeps Zangief. Correct.
Oh man, it's so good that he's able to actually do that. Oh, man, that reversal DP. But yeah, that half a second to second delay is really, really tricky. Like, you know who does that a lot that I've noticed is DJ Ill. Like, I've noticed when I play him, actually yesterday, he would do that half second delay to try to get me to mash out throw when I'm chun, and then he'll just uppercut me right there, no problem. Oh, that's it. Boom.
I mean, he's definitely one of the nastiest player out there, right? His DP, there's no flaws in his DP. Whether he's on the left side, right side, he can execute that. So playing Zangief with him, instead of putting a scare tactic on him, it's actually the other way around because of his DP, right?
Yes.
So that's why this game is so psychological. It's not just like a regular game, because after you start losing once or twice, you start to become disciplined by the opponent. So you start to play scared, not with the confidence, and you notice your game changes quite a bit.
Right, and so I think that goes into the whole you're training your opponent, right? And what people don't know about fighting games in general is it's like, I want to say it's 50%, I want to say 40% execution, but people will probably judge me on that, but it's 40% execution, 60% mind game, right? It's all about the mind game, like, you know, because yes, you need to figure out how to execute your punishes and your moves, but you know, a person that knows how to, you know, do their normals correctly will be and be able to play you and be able to train you to do what, you know, what they want you to do. Oh my God, it's such a killer combo.
Exactly, and that's why a few days ago, under this Discord chat, we have some new members, right? They were talking about playing the top guys, the red belts, the gold belts, right? And definitely you got to play those top guys. That's how you get better experience and everything. But I also wanted to advise the new players that it's good to, first of all, get your fundamentals down, right? Being able to do fireball, DP from the left and right side before you play those top guys. Because without that, it doesn't matter who you play. You're never going to get good at it if you don't have the fundamentals. You know?
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. You know, the fundamentals, you know, are definitely there, and it's really something that people have to understand. There it is. Okay. Oh, where's my? There. Why am I still? Okay, there you go. So I'll skip this for now. All right. Man, it's a bummer. We need to figure out the stream out. But yeah. Oh, good throw. That's one thing I like about Shaft 2 is he likes to throw you too, like not just do the spin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty surprised that Shaft is staying with Zangief. Usually he plays a lot of different characters, but so far the first, you know, it's been 8 games, right? He's still on Zangief, so I'm a little shocked.
I think I got to him because I always tell him, like, dude, like if you want to close it out, man, like just pick your best character and go. He's like, oh, it's all about the show. I'm like, nah, man, like, you know, I think if you're gonna be showmanship, show them who's boss, man, and you know your Geef is boss. I think out of all the characters he knows how to play. Oh, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good corner trap. But yeah, it's, you know, I remember we were talking about this like months ago, dude, where it was you know, you gotta outlane him, and I think that's what Supra is trying. Yeah, he has to do that. That's the game plan this entire match, is that outlane Zangief, because he's just gonna bully you after that. Ooh, good.
Right.
Ooh, good uppercut. Here we go. Where's the next up?
Well, let me ask you a question, Rod. Like, obviously you played this game for a long time, right? What do you think is maybe the top 2 or top 3 characters against a good, experienced Zangief?
The monkey, Mr. Blanca. I would say, so it would be Blanca, Ryu, and maybe Honda, I think that's a real. I
think you forgot a critical character.
Who's that? Oh! I'm sorry, I did forget a critical character. Mr. Sagat himself. Yes, Mr. One Eye. Yes.
So you think that Blanca would be actually a harder character for Zangief to beat versus Sagat?
Absolutely, 100%. It's too fast, man. And that damn jump, that jump roundhouse to zone him out is like ridiculous. He's a walking fireball.
Right.
You know, so for him to be able to space him, I mean, I don't know, like Like, have you played Shaft's Zangief with your Blanca?
Yeah, I'll admit, I initially thought, you know, Sagat would be a top character against Blanca, against Zangief, I'm sorry. But to me, personally, it's actually Blanca, because I just think Blanca has an amazing reach. If you zone it right, you can really frustrate a good Zangief. And I've had success playing against like Shaft or even HDR Champ with my Blanca.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I mean, but at the same time, you gotta understand your Blanca is top tier, right? So it's like it's super good. So, and that was a really crazy timeout. Oh, there it is. Man, that jumping knee into SPD. Oh, that's it, dude. His confidence is starting to break, man. Supra's starting to go down. It's 7-3.
So I want to talk about something important here, right? Obviously, Supra is a great Ryu player. All respect, everything to him. But I feel like with this game, at some point, as passionate you are, as much as you believe in your character, live and die Ryu, you gotta be able to somehow switch to another character that can counter the strength of your opponent. You know. So again, you know, no disrespect to Supra. You know, see if he picks another character to adjust, because Zangief is a very tough opponent for Ryu, even a good Ryu.
So I've spoken to Supra about this a while ago, and you know, we talked about how, you know, he's like, you know, thank you for not picking somebody else in ST. Thank you for picking somebody else other than Balrog in ST, because he has a really hard time with them. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I only pick Ryu. That's all I pick. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, man, like I'm very bland. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know, like in Hyper, that's all I pick is Ryu the whole time. When I started playing Big Blue, that was the only character I picked. I was Ken, and then I picked Ryu afterwards because I wanted to get the better sweep and the spin kick. Ooh, that's good.
That was a risky move by Supra.
That was.
I get what he was trying to do.
Yeah, and so it wasn't until probably last month and a half now, that I started picking Chun. And the funny thing is that the only reason why I picked Chun was not because I didn't want to outplay Ryu, is because I hated playing Chun's stage every time I played somebody in Hyper, as we can tell right now, right? Like it's Chun's stage every time you start the game when you play somebody online. So I was like, man, dude, like I just want to pick Chun so that way we don't play the stage. And I ended up really enjoying playing her. I just had to learn her nuances, but it's really fun. And so I think with that being rounded out, I think I need one more character to be able to counterpick the whole cast. But you're right though, man. Like I think you have to expand your horizons to get good, and I think that's, you can't just be a character specialist like how it was in like Champions Edition. At least I don't think, but maybe I'm wrong. But I think that being able to go between different play styles and different characters, it really rounds you out.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at all the top players, right, all the gold and the red players, even DJ Ilk, right, who's a dedicated Ryu player, right, even when he loses, he switches to Sagat, right? If you look at Obliviate, Brian Katz, he's an amazing player with like Guile, Ryu, he can play Dawson, right? He can play so many. And then you got the Prodigy, aka Mao Alessino, right, who can play the entire 12 roster, right? Yes. That's why he's so good, he's so talented, because at some point, like, I understand you're stubborn, you're like, that's my character, live and die by Ryu, but I'm sorry, there are different characters that you have to pick some of their strength to kind of like outpost their weaknesses,
Oh, absolutely.
And that's when I started playing different characters, like, because I used to play dedicated Ryu from the beginning, that now I even expanded my horizon to 3 different characters that I use, So, wow, it's 8-4. Looks like Shaft is trying to close the show, and I'm surprised that Shaft is not picking any other characters besides Zangief, because I advertised him that you're going to see a lot of different characters popping up, but he's just going Zangief all the way. Yep. I guess when it matters, like you said, Rod, you got to pick your best character, right? Because this is them really fighting for the 8 spot right here. Boom, Supra makes a bounce back. It's 8-5. Shaft built a pretty good cushion around this.
Oh, back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round one.
So I was just saying that Shaft built a pretty good cushion, 8-5 going into the championship rounds.
Yep.
But again, Supra is extremely durable, right? I've seen
Yes.
Supra where it's hard to close him. He just keeps coming. He's like the Terminator.
Yeah. I think between the Terminator and it's adaptability, right? So maybe the percentages goes, and hear me out here. So maybe it's 40 execution, 40 mind games, 20 adaptability. That makes sense? Is my math wrong?
No, that's perfect. That makes
That's
sense.
perfect. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Because I mean, adaptability, you have to be able to adapt to your character. And maybe that goes in the same category as the mind games. But I think oh wow, dang, it's so good spin. If you Supra has the ability to do that, you have a great ability to be able to adapt to the game plan. I think that goes hand in hand. A lot of great players, all the gold players have that ability. Ooh, that was a good bait.
Thank you. And I think like it comes from not just playing this game a lot, because I think a lot of us folks on Big Blue and Yoga have been a long time player, right? It's also like really observing the game, not just watching. There's a difference between watching and really observing and learning, right?
Absolutely.
And in time, you start to make those adjustments, start to make those tweaks. I think like a few days ago, I played probably over 40 games against DJ Ilk, right? Got my ass handed. But I think there are a few nights I spent time just watching tape from Mal Alessino, from P-Dubs, just spending those extra hours at night, just watching tapes, right? I'm not a professional player, but I have the desire to get better each day. And I do find myself getting better and better. But again, it's time, it's experience as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, with any type of sport, or any type of activity, you have to be able to dedicate the time to your craft, and whether that be watching videos or doing execution drills, any of that sort. We've talked about this at another podcast / Fight Talk, and some people are able to watch videos to learn. Others are just trial by fire, right? Like, let's just do the good old fashioned, let's just lose as much as possible, then think about what you did wrong and then move forward from there. So the good players are the ones that are able to take those mistakes and capitalize off of them, and learn. Ooh, he was too far away from that spin. Ooh, that was a good lariat throw.
But recently, this game has got really competitive. I think due to Yoga Cap going on sale, we see a lot of new players basically entering in. And you can clearly see the level 12, level 13, 14, they're no longer the level 12, 13. They're advanced, right? So it's much harder to get ranked, which makes the competition like quite fierce and
Oh yeah. I mean, the leaderboards, the Big Blue leaderboards, not the knock leaderboards, but the Big Blue leaderboards. You can tell now. Back then the highest level was 16 in Hyper. So like the lowest level was 13. And I was like, oh, okay, that seems to make sense. Now, like, you see 18, 19, 18, 17, golds and reds, and it's like, man, and there you go, Shaft taking it 10-5. Good job, Shaft. And he stuck it the whole way through with Geef. Good job.
Wow. And he earns a gold badge, right? Look,
there you go.
Right,
you got the gold badge at the end. Good job, bud. Good job. And good job.
Great job to Suprawhite. Great job to ShaftofPleasure, putting up an amazing show. Both of you guys are amazing player. This is a nice friendly match. We call it Thirsty Thursday. Please tune in Thursday, 5 o'clock. We're gonna have more matches set up. Congrats to Shaft in winning that battle. So he moves up that ranking system, which will be posted tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys.
All right. So the next match coming up is going to be Ken Muster, aka Storm Shadow, versus Frank Dukes.
AKA Snake Eyes. Don't forget that one. That jerk. Messed me up this morning, man.
So I'm gonna tell him to start a room.
Yep. Tell him to start a room, man. Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
And and I just got confirmation. I just got confirmation from Frank Dukes that he just got home, so he'll be logging on in 5 minutes. So they're both
There
ready
you
to go
go.
first to 10. This will be a dogfight between these two
Ooh, this is
talented
gonna be-
gentlemen.
So then, all right, let's talk about this real quick. So we know Ken is a Shoto player, through and through. I think Frank is a jack of all trades. To be honest with you, I've seen him playing Super Turbo, and I've told you guys many times before that he's a monster. He's a straight up monster.
Yep.
So it makes me wonder who is his character. Who are the characters that we may see tonight? You've probably seen more than I have.
Yeah, that's why this match is going to be very interesting, right? Because Frank is jack of all trades. He have a lot of pretty sneaky moves and everything like that. He plays a solid Ryu. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Ryu. But he also plays other good characters, you know.
Mhm.
And Storm Shadow plays a dedicated Ryu.
Yes.
So it'll be one of those similar where Storm Shadow is going to live and die by Ryu, and we'll see if Frank Dukes constantly switch up character, or he's going to bring out his vintage Ryu as well.
We'll see what happens, man. I really hope there's going to be some character variation, only because again, you can only see so many Shoto matches, right? I mean, being a Ryu main, Jeff, is, don't get me wrong, I love playing him, but when you play mirrors, it's a chess match at that point, right? It's purely mind games, because you know what you're capable of, you know what your opponent's capable of, you know what the character's capable of. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to execute first, who's going to be able to train the other opponent to get them to jump. That's pretty much what it is.
Exactly. I'm not a fan of mirror match.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fellas I play with, they don't like mirror matches as well.
Right.
That's why over time I developed to play different characters, because I always wanted to expose the opponent's weaknesses by using a different character, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I think I played so many different characters now that when I went back to Ryu, I actually felt very uncomfortable with Ryu because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Sure, absolutely, man. It's the same thing, man. I mean, I go from Chun to Ryu, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, can you DP out of that? Like, wait, hold on a second. Like, wait, where's my timing off of that? Like, and then it throws you off. And I think that's another thing that I think Mao does really well, right? Is when he does character switches, like he can just go from like Blanca to Ryu, destroy you. He can go from Boxer to Boxer to, I don't know, like Vega, destroy you. Right? It's just, it's so good. Let's see. Yeah, it's really just a great way to learn your matches or learn the characters and all that stuff. So yeah, it's great stuff.
Right. That's why it comes down to adaptability, being able to adjust on the fly, right? That's what it comes down to. And I'm not talking about adjust by tomorrow morning. I'm talking about on the fly, because the minute they pick the character, you got to pick the counter character.
Yes.
Not just picking the counter character, you got to be able to execute the moves left and right. If you don't, you're in trouble. So there's a difference between really like good players and really, really top tier level players.
Okay. Yeah. No. I definitely agree with that. I think that when you're playing these top tier guys, like do you think so let's just put it this way. You're a top tier guy. In my opinion, you're a top tier guy. I'm a scrub compared to most folks, right? Like I would say I'm like high blue. I'm like high blue, low purple, right? Let me ask you this: like, do you still get the butterflies when you play against, I don't know, like Mao or DJ Ilk when you do like a 10 set? Like, do you still get the butterflies? Like, shit, man, I gotta get in there. Like, how is your nerves coming into it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So speaking about that, it's funny that this afternoon I played DJ Ilk, 2 sets, right, first to 5, and I wouldn't call it butterfly, but I would call it definitely very stressful, right?
Yeah,
because it's an intense chess match on the fly. So you're constantly making adjustment to read him, because one wrong move, you're dizzy and the game's over,
Yep.
So it's funny that's why after a couple of sets, I text him. I say, hey, I need a break, man. I can't just keep going up. My heart is like thumping like on a different level, right? So again, going back to your question, it's not the butterfly. It's just the intensity. It's the energy and that chess mindset. really puts extra stress on you, right?
Right.
Because it matters to you. If I'm playing like a low level, like a level 9 or level 11, I wouldn't care that much, right? But when you're
Right.
playing the best and being a competitive player, you got
Mhm.
to put everything into it, right? So that's the
Yeah.
difference between, yeah, those two
So
levels.
I'm glad that you said that because again, this morning I was playing against I was actually playing against Ken Musters that not knowing that this fool, changed or got another account by the name of Snake Eyes, and I'm playing him and I'm like, what the like why can't I not beat this guy? Or how is he getting away with all this stuff? And then later on, like, we were chatting about it. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. Like, it can't be Obliviate. It's gotta be some other, bozo that has a different name on there. And sure enough, I was like, oh, it's you. No wonder. Okay, that's why I can't beat him. Now I can level off my anger, right? Like my rage, and start to convert that into, okay, now I can like be more relaxed because I know that my skill level is a little higher or a little lower than him. And it's gonna be a tougher fight versus just I know I'm gonna be able to beat him. Whoever this character is, I don't care. I'm just gonna go in.